Good morning, good morning. Well, today is a snowy day in Chicago. Winter has finally come. Snow on the ground, temperatures below, I think 30 degrees, something like 15, 20 degrees. And I'm trying to get out and go to Goodwill. Don't know if I'll make it because if you've been following me, you know I don't like to get out in bad weather. But I'm going to try to force myself. Okay, this is a video I think I'm going to try to do more often. It's the mistakes I made, and they may not be mistakes, but what I learned from sourcing, especially clothing and accessories over these past few months, actually in 2023 and 2024. Oh boy, I didn't get into clothing until about maybe 3 or 4 years ago. Before that, I was into hard goods. I was into CDs and books and, a little bit of appliances, some clothing, not a whole lot. And then I kind of jumped into, sourcing clothing real heavy. And I can't remember the reason why. Maybe I was looking at reseller videos and they seemed to be making a killing. And I thought, well, maybe this is something I should do anyway. So starting in maybe 2021, 2022, somewhere around there, I started buying more clothing. And now I've got I'm just going to take a guess, 300, maybe 325 pieces. So at the end of the year, before I do my taxes, I go over the inventory in my closet, in my front closet, and start looking at things, fresh eyes, looking at it a little differently. I may pull them out and take more pictures, better pictures, maybe change the titles, anything to get them to move, anything to get them to sell. But I'm going to show you 3 items that I purchased, and I'm going to give you dates. And I don't know if I would do it again. So I guess that's the best way I would put it. I probably would buy these items again, but I would think twice. So let me start with this one. And this is a short tail. Honestly, I just bought these boots. They're called Hey Dude. They're little kids' boots. And I bought these for $2. Or maybe it was $3. It may have been $3 at a rummage sale. And they just got the first bid, $16.99. So I got about 8 times what I paid for it. But kids' boots and shoes do very well for me depending upon the brand, because I've had sneakers, kids sneakers, and they sold, but it's hard to find those name brand sneakers like Nike or New Balance in kids sizes that aren't beat up. But I would buy this again. Okay, I didn't know what Hey Dude was. I knew it was, men's apparel. I didn't know that they sold shoes for kids or clothing for kids. So it wasn't too much of a gamble. As I mentioned, I have my first bid on it. This is January going into February. So 8 times what I paid for it. I'm pretty pleased. And yeah, I would buy this brand again. Also, these are new with tags. So I am looking for clothing and accessories that are new with tags more and more. Hard to find, but you probably just have to stay in the thrift store a little longer looking for it. All right, this next item is, this took over a year to sell. This is Old Navy vintage leather, beautiful jacket. I can't say enough about this jacket. You know, if I was into leather, I just don't want a clean leather. Well, this is XXL anyway. It's too big for me. I just don't want a clean leather. I had a leather jacket one time, and I would take it to the cleaners, and my goodness, it costs as much to clean it as it costs me to buy it. So I just have to hesitate with leather jackets for myself. All right, so I bought this for $9, and it just went on auction. I just got my first bid auction, $16.99. Now, let me tell you the history behind this. It's been over a year. I got this in October 2023. So the price, the buy it now price I had it at was $40. Stayed that way for quite a while. I had a best offer at, I think, $35. No lookers, no buyers. So I took it to Crossroads, and they only offered me $13. So that was $4 over what I paid. I reclaimed it. I said, no, I'll keep trying to sell it. Well, I kept trying to sell it, kept trying, nothing. No, nothing. So I finally reduced the price to $16.99 is the first bid, the low bid. So I have 3 watchers on this. I'm hoping that, you know, the watchers will bid up the price a little bit more and make it worth it for me. Like I say, it's a beautiful jacket. It's vintage, clean, like new. So we'll see how that works out. Now, the next item I bought, again, this is going back to 2022. What's that, going on 3 years? I bought this October 2022, so that's 2 years and some months. This is a shaper, a body shaper by Carol W.I., let me see, W-I-O, Carol, I don't know if you can see that, W-I-O-R. I couldn't even pronounce the name, so I don't even know why I bought it. But at that time, again, 2022, I was buying a lot of bras and lingerie and sleepwear, and I still have a lot of bras and lingerie in my closet that hasn't sold from that time. So I didn't know who she was. I should have done some research. I just saw this, QVC. And I said, oh, wow, this is, this is going to sell. Well, I paid $5 for it. And it's been there for 2 years. And I finally had to reduce the price. I think I had the price up to maybe $22. And I finally got my first bid, $7.99. So I've learned several things about sourcing, okay? Sourcing and getting materials, goods and materials to resell. First of all, research the name, especially if it's a name that you're not familiar with. You don't know how to pronounce it. Look it up on Google. Find out if the company is still in business. All those other things. Now, I still buy QVC style clothing like Susan Graver, but let me tell you about QVC style. I just read, and I do read style forums and style news, fashion news. I just read that QVC is in trouble. That there's so much competition out there with the live auctions and what have you, that QVC, the brands that fall under QVC like Dennis, Basso, what's the other one, Isaac, Mizrahi, they're not, QVC overall as an umbrella is not doing that well. At one time, women flocked to QVC and HSN. I mean, they were glued to their TVs, buying things, and that has fallen off. All right, so I just wanted to bring this to you. These, luckily, these items are going to sell. Okay, and I'm going to make money on them. Not as much as I wanted, because as I mentioned, I have to reduce the price to get it out the door, but they will sell. And something else I have started doing is at the end of the year, looking at my inventory and seeing what is it that I can donate or what is it that I can substantially reduce. And some of these items I've had in inventory so long, I have reduced them down to like $1.99 auction bid, hoping that, the price will be driven up from that. And look, I'm willing to take a little haircut if it'll get it out of my inventory, because, when something's been sitting for 2 years, 3 years, to me, it's probably better to either donate it or just take the haircut and take the loss. As long as it's out of your inventory, you can kind of weigh it, however you need to. So like I say, I'm going to make more of these because I've got a lot of items that I'm looking at and I'm saying, maybe it's time to do this or do that. And I'm also going to give you the history behind why I bought these items. All right, well, thank you guys for coming by and listening to me talk about my mistakes. And I don't know if I would call them mistakes. Everything is a learning curve. Everything, you learn something. And going forward, I'm going to try to be more astute. That's the best way I can say. Hopefully I can get out and go to Goodwill, which is down the street from me today. And if you would, click the link below, which leads you to my stores and videos. And if you would also give me a like, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye.